Hey, Steelers fans! Welcome back to the channel. As always, we're here to break down all the action, the highs, and, yes, sometimes the challenges. Our Pittsburgh Steelers are pushing hard to get better every week, and while Week 13 against the Bengals brought some exciting plays, it also came with a few gut punches. Before we dive into all the details about the injuries to Naji Harris and Calvin Austin III, and what that means for our team moving forward, do us a favor, smash that like button to support the channel. If you're not already subscribed, join the best Steelers fan community on YouTube right now. Alright, let's get into it. Steelers fans, our hearts collectively skipped a beat when Naji Harris removed himself from the game early in the first quarter. The star running back, who's been a cornerstone of the offense, pulled up short on a screen pass and immediately headed to the sideline. The good news: Harris didn't head into the blue medical tent. He stayed on the sideline with his helmet on, a hopeful sign that the injury might not be too severe. But his absence from the next offensive series had us all holding our breath. Before the injury, Harris was off to a solid start, showcasing his versatility with 2 carries for 8 yards and 4 catches for 45 yards. His ability to grind out tough yards and contribute as a receiver makes him a unique weapon for this team. Losing him, even temporarily, would be a significant challenge. In Harris's absence, Jaylen Warren stepped up and took the reins in the backfield. Steelers fans know Warren has been quietly effective this season, rushing for 303 yards and a touchdown over 9 games. His quickness and elusiveness bring a different dynamic to the run game. Adding to the depth, Cordarrelle Patterson could also see an expanded role if Harris misses time. While Patterson hasn't had as many opportunities this season, his versatility as a runner and pass catcher offers a valuable dimension to the offense. But make no mistake, Harris is the heartbeat of this backfield. The Steelers will be crossing their fingers that his injury isn't serious. Just when we thought the offense was finding its rhythm, another blow hit the Steelers. Calvin Austin III, the dynamic slot receiver, took a hard hit from Bengals cornerback Cam Taylor-Britt late in the first half. After being evaluated for a head injury, Austin was ruled out for the remainder of the game. Before his exit, Austin made his presence felt with 2 catches for 29 yards, including a beautiful 23-yard touchdown grab from Russell Wilson in the second quarter. That play tied the game at 14-14 and showed just how explosive Austin can be when given the chance. Austin also drew a crucial defensive pass interference penalty on the opening drive, setting the tone for the offense. His ability to stretch the field and make defenders pay has been a game-changer for the Steelers this season. Losing Austin is a tough pill to swallow. Heading into Week 13, he was tied with Pat Freiermuth for second on the team in receiving yards, 354, and led the squad in yards per reception, 17.7. His absence will leave a significant gap in the passing game. With Austin out, the Steelers leaned on their remaining wide receiver core. George Pickins, the young standout, continued to show why he's a go-to target for Wilson, including a key 17-yard touchdown in the first quarter. Van Jefferson and Mike Williams, both players will need to step up as secondary options to fill the void left by Austin. Ben Skowronek, primarily a depth piece, Skowronek could see more snaps in the slot moving forward. The Steelers' depth at wide receiver is being tested, but this group has the talent to adapt. Offensive coordinator Matt Canada will need to get creative in his play calling to maximize the remaining weapons. Despite the injuries, the Steelers' offense showed resilience. Russell Wilson continued his efficient play, delivering 2 touchdown passes, including a crucial strike to Pickins that kept Pittsburgh in control. The offensive line held strong, creating lanes for the running backs and giving Wilson time to operate. At halftime, the Steelers led 27-21, a testament to the team's ability to overcome adversity. Injuries are an unfortunate reality of football, and Week 13 reminded us of just how unpredictable this game can be. If Harris or Austin miss extended time, it could reshape the Steelers' offensive strategy. Here's what it could mean. 1. Increased opportunities for Warren and Patterson. Both backs will need to shoulder more of the load in the run game. Look for Warren to take on a feature back role with Patterson as a versatile complement. 2. More targets for Pickins and Freiermuth. With Austin sidelined, Wilson might lean more heavily on his top receiver and tight end. Pickens' ability to win one-on-one matchups will be crucial. 3. Creative adjustments by Canada. Canada will need to dig into his playbook to keep defenses guessing. We might see more screens, misdirections, and even trick plays to compensate for the missing pieces. The Steelers are now tasked with navigating these challenges as they push toward the playoffs. Sitting at 8-3, they remain in control of their destiny, but every game in the AFC North is a battle. The focus now shifts to monitoring Harris and Austin's recoveries and preparing for the next matchup. Steelers wide receiver George Pickins has been one of the most electrifying players on the field this season, but his fiery personality took center stage during the Week 13 matchup against the Cincinnati Bengals. While Pickins' talent is undeniable, his celebrations and emotions earned him 2 unsportsmanlike conduct penalties and plenty of attention. The first penalty came in the opening quarter after an impressive 21-yard reception. Instead of heading back to the huddle, Pickens stood over Bengals linebacker Jermaine Pratt and dropped the ball in his face. While the play itself was a highlight, the penalty set the Steelers back 15 yards, dampening the momentum. Steelers offensive tackle Broderick Jones, a close friend and former college teammate, tried to calm Pickens down, reminding him to focus on the game. But that wouldn't be the last time Jones had to step in. Fast forward to the third quarter, Pickens caught a spectacular 36-yard pass, once again showcasing his ability to make big plays in clutch moments. But instead of celebrating with his teammates, Pickens mimed firing an imaginary gun, drawing yet another unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. This second infraction didn't sit well with fans or analysts, as it put the Steelers in a tougher position on a crucial drive. Celebrations are a part of football, but Pickens' choice raised eyebrows, especially considering his history of fines for unsportsmanlike behavior. Head coach Mike Tomlin wasn't about to let the penalties derail Pickens' focus. After the first infraction, Tomlin immediately pulled him aside for a pep talk. The message was clear: stay locked in, don't let your emotions get the best of you, and focus on helping the team win. And to his credit, Pickens responded. On the very next drive, he caught a screen pass and turned it into a 17-yard touchdown, tying the game at 7-7. The celebration that followed? A punted ball into the stands, which will likely result in another fine, but at least it didn't draw a flag this time. Pickens' passion is part of what makes him such an exciting player to watch. His intensity and competitive spirit drive him to make jaw-dropping plays week after week. But as we've seen, that same fire can sometimes lead to costly mistakes. Here's the bigger question: is this a maturity issue, or is it just part of who Pickens is as a player? Former players and analysts have weighed in, with some arguing that his antics show a lack of discipline, while others believe his passion is exactly what the Steelers need to fuel their offense. After all, Pickens' confidence and swagger can be contagious, but it has to be channeled the right way. This isn't the first time Pickens has been in the league's crosshairs. In fact, he's been fined multiple times this season for unsportsmanlike conduct, totaling over $200,000 last year alone. Even though he avoided a fine for his skirmish with Browns cornerback Greg Newsome last week, it's likely the NFL will review his actions against the Bengals. If they decide to hand down fines for both penalties and the touchdown celebration, Pickens' wallet could take another significant hit. It wasn't all on Pickens, though. On the Steelers' opening drive, Pickens was thrown to the ground by Bengals cornerback Cam Taylor-Britt, resulting in a pick-six. CBS Rules analyst Gene Steratore later pointed out that Britt should have been flagged for illegal hands to the face. Instead, the play stood, and the Bengals took an early lead. It's moments like these that remind us how critical officiating can be in close games. Despite the penalties, Pickens still made an impact. He finished the game with multiple big plays, including the game-tying touchdown in the first quarter and the 36-yard reception that led to his second penalty. His ability to stretch the field and create mismatches is a key part of the Steelers' offensive strategy. However, the penalties overshadowed his performance, leaving fans and analysts debating whether his actions are worth the trouble. Alright, now it's your turn. How do you feel about Naji Harris and Calvin Austin III's injuries? Can Jaylen Warren and the rest of the offense step up in their absence? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to hit that like button if you're proud of how this team fights through adversity. Make sure to subscribe for all the latest updates, injury reports, and game breakdowns. Thanks for watching, and as always, here we go, Steelers.